I have this board that is 2 feet by 1 foot. You can pick up boards like this pretty much at Hobby Lobby. It's unfinished, and I'm going to start by painting it with Chocolate by Wise Owl. And I'm using my water. And I'm just getting it all around kind of in a thin layer, and then I'm wiping it back with a towel. So it's almost going to look like a stain. And I know a lot of you are going to ask, why'd you do that and then cover it with white? And it's mainly because if I left it blonde wood, you would not see the distressed marks. And that's the look that I'm going to be looking for. So I'm going to start with some letters, and I'm going to paint them all a little different. That was an E. I painted it all white. Now I'm taking an H, and I'm finding the halfway point with painter's tape and painting half of it white. Now I have an L, and again I'm finding halfway mark and painting half of it white. This is actually Snow Owl by Wise Owl. You can find all the paint at chalkitupfancy.com. This is an O, and this is Republic Red. I'm going to paint the entire O in Republic Red. This is another L. I'm going to paint this in Bowie. The entire L is in Bowie. I'm going to go back to the H and the L. I'm going to mark off the halfway point and protect that white. And I'm going to paint the other half in Bowie on both letters. And then I'm going to remove my painter's tape and set that aside to dry. I'm going to go back to my board, and I'm going to take some Snow Owl by Wise Owl, and I'm going to cover the chocolate. I'm not worrying about full coverage. As I'm going to want to see that chocolate showing through. Once dry, I'm going to take a sandpaper and intentionally distress the edges and some of the spots down to the chocolate. I'm going to go back to my H, and I'm going to use painter's tape. And to create stripes, you just want to go every other. I line my tape up, and then I pull every other piece of tape so I have even stripes. And then I'm going to block where the Bowie is and take my Republic Red and paint the stripes Republic Red. And then I'm going to remove my painter's tape. I'm going to do the same thing with the L. I'm going to block off the Bowie. I'm going to line my tape up, and I'm going to start removing every other piece of tape. And then fill that in with Republic Red. We do have 2-ounce sets of Wise Owl paints. They come in a set of 6. And you can find that at chalkitupfancy.com. I had this stencil, it's from Folk Art. I picked it up at Michael's, and it's a very small stencil with distressed stars. And I'm going to take a small dabber and the snow owl, and I'm not going to cover every star. I'm kind of randomly picking every other star. And filling it in with the snow owl. I'm going to do this with the H and the L. And again, I'm not filling in every single letter, every single star. I'm picking almost every other one. I picked up my letters at Hobby Lobby. They're around about 6 by 4 inches. And now I'm going to space them like this. This is how I'm going to glue them down. I'm going to take some wood glue. Here I'm just painting it on because I don't want a large amount. And then I'm filling in the rest of it with some hot glue until the wood glue dries. And that's what I did with every letter. And now I'm taking my Wise Owl furniture salve and my 2-inch palm brush and giving my entire project a top coat. And it's basically wipe on, wipe off. And I gave this 2 coats to seal it. Now when I was done, I felt like my E, because of the white background, didn't stand out enough. So I'm taking some black paint and just going around the edges to accentuate the letters a little bit more and just help it to be a little bit more noticeable on the board. And I did this with all the letters. And then when that dried, I put another coat of the salve on to protect that paint. And there you go. Now you have this cute, patriotic hello board you could put on your porch or on your wall. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. For other tutorials, you can check us out on YouTube. You can now watch all our videos at chalkitupfancy.com. For any paint products, tissue paper, transfer, or mesh stencils, chalkitupfancy.com. Thank you and have a great day.